Hello and welcome back to the Royal Wave channel. I am Royal Wave in Kingdom 423. In this video, you'll just kind of be following me along as I get ready for KE and KVK. So kind of putting on my boosts, getting ready. I usually port to a hive to about an hour before, so that I can get there first. But anyway, so to begin with, this is one of my castles, one of the C30s. Now I was wondering why my avatar had changed. Stupid game. Anyway, I'll change that later. So at this time, I will not be using my emergency recall, or really recalling my troops anywhere. I'll just be showing you what I do to get ready for to put on the boost. So I always put anti-scout on so people don't see what I have. I put an attack boost on, usually the highest one, but since I have KVK after KE, I'm going to save the 50% one for later. But I do have a that's a 2-hour one, so 25% I would use for KVK as well. So I'll just use the 20% fierce attack. For defense, I'll be using the same firm defense, and march capacity, I'll be boosting that up. And just because I like to see my, keep my reduction down for food, and my gathering, I have those on. Most people would consider all your boosts, right? But there are several other ones. Now, a lot of people think there's only one accolade that you can put on, right? Well, right now I have troop attack on. But there's actually 4 more that you can put on, and you don't have to set it. Actually, don't set it, right? That would be these 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now it looks like I have 3 of them activated. So what they are is, I'll show you. You go to the catacombs. You go to the catacombs store. Your catacombs trader. Click on accolades. You see these right here? Buy all of them. Get all of them. Save up for all of them. Since I don't remember which one I had or which one I didn't have, I'm just gonna get all of them now. Alright, so you just collect all these right here. Now here's the next step. You go back to your avatar. You go back to your accolades where it says 1. For everyone else that don't already have 3 on, it'll say 4 instead of 1. So you click on the lock, right? And you click unlock accolade. That's it. You don't click set frame, or view. You just click that red X, and boom. Now these 4 right here, see? They're all activated as part of my damage stats, regardless of what other accolade I put on. Alright, so that's 4, and that just added 10% damage to cavalry, infantry, and army, and distance. Alright, of course I put on my armor, and then usually I'll get this later when I get more coins, but I get 2 things or 3 things if I have a good amount to spend. I will get the commander's horn because it gives you 15% march capacity. Then I get the hellfire hand cannon because it gives you 15% extra stats, and then I get the airship beacon. Now, airship beacon is basically when your airship is out of your state, that airship beacon, it pretty much covers your airship, so you don't need to have your airship in your state to receive your airship. Alright, so now most people think, oh well, you can only use 1 temporary wonder, and yes, you can. I mean, yes, you're right. However, you can use all of them. All right. So here's what you do. You go to once you get all these three. Sorry, don't have enough coin to buy them. But you go to store. You buy your commander's horn. Right. You buy your Hellfire cannon. Boom. And then you buy your airship beacon for 7 days. And then you click on. It'll show up on this empty section in the middle, in between. This blank space right here. Then you will click on it, and it'll say, "Here, I'll show you." Like, this is just an example. Sorry, can't use it right now, but it'll show up right here. What you do is you click on the commander's horn first. All right, it'll be right here in the middle where it's blank. There's nothing there, and you click equipped. Right. Then you get all your marches, and then you set up your formation march, your attack march. Right. You should be using Spine Breaker no matter what level you are. If you're high enough level, use a Spine Breaker 2 with the which all the credit goes to Gunmuse. He is the author and creator and calculator he created. Would advise you to go check out his YouTube to learn more. Anyway, so you go and you choose a play. You have your commander's horn on, right? And you click attack, right? Your commander's horn is going to come into effect and give you some more a bigger capacity, so you're going to get more troops to march, right? As soon as you click march, right? Right? You go back to your avatar, and you click on the temporary wonder. Now you click on your handheld Hellfire cannon, right? Because remember, it gives you 15% troop health, attack, and defense stats, right? Boom. Now you just use 2 temporary wonders, and your march has received both benefits, right? Okay, so that's all up here. Temporary wonders, commander's horn, Hellfire cannon, and I usually use my airship beacon towards the end of the events, as the Hellfire cannon and the commander's horn wears off because of the timer that they have. All right, so you have your accolades and your temporary wonders. Then you have your estate buffs that most people already know how to use, and then your lore talent should be set on war. All right, so boom. All right, so look, commander's horn. Well, go back and click on this colossal march. Click activate. That's an extra 10%. And also remember, I'm getting an extra 25%. So you got 25% here. You got was it 50% for commander? 15% there, and another 10% right there. So that's your march capacity for boosts. Now don't forget, if you're a high enough level, don't forget about your life preserver. A lot of people do. I do. I actually save it for KVK and not for KE. All right, so going back over the boosts, you have your regular boosts: attack, defense, march capacity, anti-scout. You have your 5 accolades. Remember your 4 that you get from your catacombs trader, right? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't set them. Just active or just unlock them, and then go back and choose another accolade that you prefer. For me, I prefer the researcher, just because I think it looks cooler, and because I do rather have the attack if I'm attacking. I do switch over to a different one for defense or health if I'm if I'm defending and not attacking. Like if I'm set up a trap and I'm waiting for somebody. So 5 accolades, temporary wonders. Remember Hellfire first. Then you click on your Colossal March. and then you shoot your march to where you want to, right? As it's traveling, you go back to your accolades and you swap over to Hellfire Cannon. Okay. Your airship is set to hostile and not farm gear. You know, it's not in farm status. Mine's always in hostile. And then for those who have or use heroes regards to for other uses like resource gathering and construction, training capacity, all that, make sure they are all on, you know, all your guards are combat guards before you start your invasion. And don't forget, damage is number one stat in the whole game. You got damage, you got upper hand. Banners, focus on that. Don't forget to actually have a strategy before you go, you know, attack somebody. War books are essential. Those are the hidden pieces of damage that are important. All right. So with your war books, your coat of arms, your airship abilities, and your enhancement abilities, with your equipment, they all go hand in hand. All right. They shouldn't all be one. You know, they shouldn't all be favoring one unit. All right. There should be a specific job or role backed up by the stat that you have for each unit. Most people wonder if artillery matters. In my personal opinion, and I know some people will disagree, I never use artillery when I'm attacking. There's never been enough traps in any castle that I've attacked that's worth using cannons to slow down your march. Another tip right before I finish up, when you are attacking in your smaller castle, you know, and you know C26, you know, that kind of thing, or below, you know, like below C30, watch what you're doing. All right, so if you poured in, all right, you poured in here, right? Let's say I poured in right here, okay? Else who's sorry, just stupid. Sorry, the game is has a lot of lags a lot. So you poured in right here, another guy comes in and ports in right beside you, right? Well, you're panicking. You're like, well, I have like 3 marches out. I can't put a shield on, right? Because the marches are out. I wouldn't recommend using your emergency recall because the game lags so much. Instead of 3 seconds, it takes 5 seconds, and that costs you precious seconds, precious time to take care of yourself and prepare yourself for the attack. Now, what I would do if I know that I'm going to get zeroed, regardless of what I do or what I have, and someone just popped in right beside me, I literally move over right here, right? And he's right here, right? Okay, so I'm right here. Sorry, I wish I had a pointer. I'm right here. Cool. Yeah, right here. And then he hops in. He hops in right here. He's very close, right? He sends a march out, and it's like 5 seconds out. You can't use a shield. You can't random port, and you don't know where to advance port. Look, just find an empty spot right beside, you know, right around the area. You know, boom, teleport. Well, by the time he finds out that you're not here anymore, you'll have enough time to. I usually hop around one more just to be sure. If he's like really fast and sends out a speed march and tries to speed hit me with another march, I just hop in as soon as I land over here. You know, as soon as I make the first hop, right here, I would like, boom, I would hop somewhere else because he doesn't know where you're going. And that second hop gives me extra time to be like, oh, well, I need to get out of here. So just random go somewhere in the kingdom and just port. Boom. Now he doesn't know where you are and you're gone. Your troops are safe. And now you can use a shield if you want. Right? Be careful. Don't be overconfident. Watch your surroundings. That's all I have for today. I gotta get ready for KE and KVK. I will be posting a couple videos or short clips of me, a couple castles. There's one alliance that I am dead set against. Which, speaking of which, I think I'm just going to go set up right over there because my friend, there's a friend of mine, not a friend of mine. He is not a friend. He and I are kind of rivals. He's been disrespecting me a lot, and I've told him. I said, "Hey, do one-on-one with me, and no, we'll be cool." But he has refused to do that, and I said, "Well, if you do that, your alliance will burn." Now, of course, there will be some people that I respect enough to, not attack. Like for example, their cat. I don't know where she is, but there she is. It's not the fact that she is, a 32, a C32, right, with 138. It's the fact that I fought her before. She's not afraid to fight and stand her ground. Now, the leader of this alliance is the one that I'm after. Bigger dog. He makes up excuses, makes fun of me, disrespects me. Well, look, you're either going to deal with me or your alliance is going to suffer. He's chosen the latter. So I'm going to go in and go ahead and get set up right over here for as soon as the clock hits. All right. So remember, for your boosts, 5 accolades. Try to get 3 temporary wonders. Use one after the other. Stack up these stats. You need them, right? Use emergency recall. I really don't use that unless somebody sees that all my marches are out and then feels safe enough to move in on the hive that I'm burning. Then I use it and then recall my troops and then send troops to burn him and then continue on burning the hive. It's like earlier when I was killing beasts. There were people trying to, they were going after the same beasts I was after I clicked on it. Well, I would use speed ups, and then if they get there before me, I would scout them and scare them. But for 5 accolades, 3 temporary wonders, use your full armor, your state buffs, your lord talents, your airship is on hostile, and your guards are equipped with the guard weapons, and they are all combat guards. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. This is the Royal Wave of Kingdom 423.